Hey guys, Paul Estes here with Go Social Agent. Thanks for joining today's Tuesday tip. Today we're going to be talking about how to use Facebook to get leads using home search ads. And specifically, I'm speaking to those of you who have a website with an IDX search on it that's connected to the MLS, which I know many of you do. I do know that some agents don't have that. Either your brokerage doesn't provide that or you haven't paid to have a website set up with that capability. But I do highly recommend that you either have that set up for yourself, because you need to think about your website as your online marketing anchor. You need to be able to send people there to do home searches. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, how we can use Facebook, use social media to drive people to that website where they can then search for homes. And then on the back end, any good website with an IDX search should provide the ability to capture leads or ask people to register after searching or after viewing a home. So today what I'm going to show you is an actual example. It's a live example of an existing client of this type of ad, and the results, the really actually phenomenal results that we're getting as a result of that. So let's jump in and take a look at what that looks like. So here you can see the Facebook ad. This is the desktop view. You can see the Facebook ad that we're running. And this is called a carousel ad. And if I jump to the next slide, you can see it a little bit better. This is the mobile view. But you can see we're saying, are you looking for your dream home, whatever your insert area here? Click below to view all new listings within the last 7 days. Now, this is a great call to action because we're saying, hey, do you want to see what's new on the MLS in the last 7 days? Unfortunately, not every MLS provides this filtering capability. So you'll have to take a look at your MLS, and if you have an IDX search on your website, it's very easy for you to do that, just to go and do an advanced search and see what's available. But in some cases, you can select that as a filter with your search results. Or in other cases, maybe you say something like, hey, find your dream home here to search. Instead of saying within the last 7 days, you just say click below to view all listings. And then this is, as I mentioned, a carousel ad. So on mobile, people swipe left and right to move through. But the nice thing about a carousel ad with Facebook is if they tap on the picture, or it also allows the ability to add call to action buttons. Facebook does when you run an ad like this. Now, obviously, shop now, it's not like someone's going to buy a house online, but it's probably the closest type of call to action that I could, come up with that's a little bit more actionable than, say, a Learn Now button. But just going back to the desktop view, the only primary difference here is that people click through the pictures, and you may have up to like 10 cities listed here within your carousel, so that people may see, oh yeah, I want to view the listings on that city. They click there, or they click the Shop Now button. It takes them essentially to your website where you've set up a search filter, IDX search filter for that city. Then of course maybe your last one might be more of a generic search capability. So here in North Carolina, we may have listed out different cities, but then the last one might be search the whole NC triangle, something like that. So you can see that these are news feed, and typically we use news feed ads because this is where people land when they go into Facebook. They land in their news feed, especially in mobile view. This is what people see. So we want it to show there, and you can see that it's sponsored. I've hidden this customer's details. That's why you see these little blocks, but essentially this is what people see. It's actionable, it's in their newsfeed, And if they're interested in buying a home, then they click on it and it takes them to your search, to your website, where they can then, browse listings. And then obviously if you have it set up there to capture, force them to register after so many views or after maybe no views, if they just, go and can browse, and when they click on a home, it forces them to register. That's what I would recommend. And then obviously your back end takes care of capturing that lead information. But either way, so I do, one of the main reasons why I wanted to discuss this with you today is because I always get the question from realtors, how can I get search optimized with website, with Google, with, whatever. It's really hard because you guys are in such a competitive area and you're going up against the big boys like Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. All those guys are spending tons of money on search optimization, and the likelihood of you getting on page 1 or page 2 or even probably page 10 of Google or anywhere else is very unlikely unless you're spending hundreds or thousands of dollars a month. So the way that you get around that is by spending some advertising. Now, you can do this with Google Ads, but Google Ads are more complicated. But the other thing to do, and this is how I'm presenting that you can do this through Facebook advertising. So it allows you to, for a relatively inexpensive budget, get out in front of people who are interested in buying and selling homes, and then drive them to your website, drive traffic to your website through that advertising. So let's jump in and take a look at the results. As I mentioned to you that, I've been getting over the last, 2.5 weeks here. So you can see we spent a little over $20 on this ad, and the results here are fantastic. We've got 224 link clicks, which, by the way, Facebook's measuring 146 of those are unique, meaning 146 different people have actually clicked on that ad. And we've reached over 2,000 people, again, with only spending about $21. The cost per result, this is our goal, is to get people to click, is 9 cents. So for 9 cents, you're driving people to your website. That's really fantastic. But just to add to that, you can look at this is called the relevance score, and you can see it's a 9. Now, relevance score is what Facebook measures to say, are you hitting the right target? Are you getting and the way that they're able to determine that is based off of engagement, views, things like that. They're giving us a 9 out of 10 in this specific instance. And you can see that we're getting a good number of clicks and searches. So the cost per click, again, 9 cents. That's the same cost per result. And there's slightly more clicks on the full ad because the full ad could be anywhere on this ad, especially if they click like to the page to go visit the page, which is hidden up here, but that counts as a click. So that's the difference between all clicks versus the result of 224 link clicks. But you can see the majority of them are link clicks. And then we have, and I'm sorry I'm getting into the weeds a little bit here with marketing jargon, but we have impressions. This is the number of times that the ad was served, but we actually reached 2,375 unique people. And our CPM, CPM means cost per mil. That means how much does it cost to reach 1,000 people. Our CPM is $5.56. That is a really great CPM. So we're doing really well. And then our click-through rate is 6.02%. Facebook considers 1% to be really good. So you can see the results here, just kind of the bar graph or the line graph as well. It's doing really well for relatively minimal budget. Now, if you understand how to use Facebook ads through the ads manager, this is something that you can pretty easily do. Happy to share that with you. If you're not familiar with doing this and you would like for us to do this for you, we can do that through our Reach service, which is $49 a month. essentially for that amount, and that includes the ad budget, what we do is we will create an ad for you like this, where just as I showed you, drives people to your website to search for homes. It's easy terms. We just do a 3-month minimum. It's month to month after that. And you just give us 30 days notice to cancel. But you can sign up on our website, GoSocialAgent.com. It's called the Reach service, and it's $49 a month. Now, whether you actually do anything else with us or not, you can still purchase this service, but of course we have setup service, we have posting service, we have our Reach service, and then our leads campaign service. So this is a quasi kind of like a leads campaign, as long as on your back end of your website, you have that capability to capture leads when people, as traffic is going there and people are searching for homes. So you probably want to make sure that that's set up. But if you just even want to just drive people to your website, this is a fantastic way to do that. Again, you can go to our website, GoSocialAgent.com, and sign up for our Reach service. And then we'll reach out to you and you just say, hey, I want to run the home search type ad, and we'll set that up for you. Lastly, I do want to mention to you that I know that you guys probably see some services where, and this is probably of interest to those of you who don't have a website, don't have an IDX search capability to drive people there. There are offerings out there to embed, IDX search within your Facebook business page. Just please keep in mind that that's only available through desktop PC. It's not available through the Facebook app. Yes, there is the ability to create custom apps and pages on Facebook, but that's only done through desktop available there. Facebook has not integrated that ability to do that on mobile. So just another reason why it's important to have a website with an IDX search, and then you use Facebook ads to drive people there. So thanks again for joining. And it's a quick Tuesday tip for you today, but please reach out to us and let us know if we can help you, and look forward to seeing you again next Tuesday here at noon.